What if time travel was possible? Time travel has long been a captivating subject in science fiction, opening up endless possibilities and seemingly unimaginable scenarios. If time travel were to become a reality, the world could undergo profound and unpredictable changes. Could we go back in time to correct past mistakes or even influence events that have already occurred? Or perhaps we would have the chance to witness the future, altering our decisions and shaping our own destiny? The consequences of time travel could be far-reaching, from altering history and creating parallel versions of reality to disrupting the very fabric of space and time. Let's explore intriguing scenarios and unanswered questions as we ponder. If time travel were real, what would this world look like? Time travel is one of the most fascinating concepts in science fiction and philosophical discussions. The idea of altering the past is not only an intriguing hypothesis but also raises countless questions about its unforeseen consequences. Could we truly go back and fix past mistakes? Or would even the smallest change lead to massive disruptions in the present and future? Let's delve into the crucial aspects of altering the past and the possible repercussions it may bring. One of the most notable theories in time travel is the butterfly effect, introduced by meteorologist Edward Lorenz. According to this theory, even a seemingly insignificant change in the past could lead to unexpected outcomes, potentially altering the entire course of history. A simple analogy is that the flap of a butterfly's wings in one part of the world could trigger a storm in another distant location. In the context of time travel, if you were to go back and change a small event, such as preventing two people from meeting or disrupting an incident that seems unimportant, you might unknowingly set off a chain reaction of continuous changes, resulting in uncontrollable consequences. For instance, if someone traveled back in time and prevented a car accident, they might save a life. However, as a result, that person might never meet their future spouse, or their child, whom you know and love today, might never be born. A minor alteration could lead to drastic changes, affecting not only the present but also future generations. But a crucial question arises: can changing the past save a life without causing another disaster? Would saving one person inadvertently lead to the death of others who were originally part of the historical timeline? Altering the past also carries the risk of creating historical paradoxes that are difficult to explain. One of the most well-known paradoxes is the question of whether you would still exist if you interfered with key past events, such as preventing your parents from meeting. If you went back and changed an event so drastically that your parents never met, you would never be born. So, what would happen to you in the present? Could you still exist if you were never born? This is one of the most perplexing dilemmas in time travel theories. If you cannot change the past without creating historical voids, moments where events or people cease to exist due to a time traveler's intervention, then how could you continue to exist in the current timeline? Such a situation could lead to causal loops, where you save someone in the past, but in doing so, alter the future so much that you never exist. This creates a cycle of unresolved problems because modifying the past could result in circumstances that neither you nor anyone else can fully restore or explain. To address these dilemmas, some researchers have proposed the time clock theory, which suggests that time flows irreversibly, following a fixed rhythm and structure. According to this theory, while time travel may be possible, the flow of time would automatically adjust to any changes made. This means that even if you attempt to alter the past, significant events would still unfold in a similar manner, with alternative events occurring to maintain the stability of the timeline. Additionally, another concept introduced is the historical diagonal, where past and present events do not follow a straight line but rather form a complex network in which events are constantly interconnected. A change at one point may cause other events to shift in a new direction, but it may also bring them back to their original trajectory, serving as a way to maintain historical stability. The ability to alter the past through time travel is one of the most intriguing and challenging open-ended questions in science fiction. Concepts like the butterfly effect and historical voids highlight the unpredictable consequences and paradoxes that arise when attempting to change past events. While time travel theories offer fascinating possibilities, they also suggest that every action in the past can lead to unforeseeable changes, not only for individuals but for the entirety of history and the future. If time travel ever becomes a reality, will we have the courage to change the past? Or will we choose to let time flow freely as it was meant to? Exploring the future, if possible, would be an exciting yet deeply impactful ability that could reshape how we perceive life and make decisions in the present. The ability to see what lies ahead could serve as an immensely powerful tool, allowing us to anticipate the outcomes of today's actions. However, it also raises profound questions about free will, destiny, and the nature of existence. If time travel allows us to witness the future, it could provide a clearer understanding of the consequences of the decisions we make in the present. We would be able to foresee events, changes, and results stemming from our choices, enabling us to adjust them to avoid mistakes or even create a better future. For example, if you are facing an important life decision, such as choosing a new job, traveling into the future could reveal the long-term effects of your choice. Will this job bring happiness and fulfillment? Or will it lead to difficulties and dissatisfaction? This foresight could help you make more confident decisions, reducing the chances of regret. Similarly, you could predict the impact of a relationship, a business venture, or even a personal decision on your life and the lives of others over the long term. However, while this ability offers great advantages, it also introduces a major dilemma regarding free will. If you can already see the outcome of your future actions, do you truly have the freedom to choose? Would your decisions still feel natural and independent, knowing the results beforehand? Are your actions genuinely your own choices? Or are you merely following a predetermined script? This could lead to deep internal conflicts. Can you change the future if you have already seen it? Another issue that arises when traveling into the future becomes possible is the concept of a static future. If everyone had the ability to see their own future, would this make life meaningless? If the future is already laid out and there are no surprises, would life become dull, lacking motivation and excitement? If every decision and outcome is already clear, would people still have the drive to act, change, and create? A static future could make life feel like a completed painting, unchanging and unprogressive. Life, which is filled with uncertainties and challenges, would lose some of its intrigue and wonder. Instead of anticipating new experiences, people might become rigid, following a predetermined path without expecting change or innovation. They could feel powerless in the face of a fixed future, where there is no room for challenging choices and unexpected turns. Undoubtedly, knowing the future would bring certain advantages, but it would also introduce profound consequences that we cannot fully predict. If everyone could see the outcome of their actions, would they still be able to live with true freedom? Or would they merely be replaying a pre-programmed future? Without surprises and without any sense of risk in decision-making, would life still hold the same meaning as before? These questions open up a fascinating debate about the nature of free will, fate, and decision-making in life. If time travel allows us to see the future, we may face a reality where life is no longer a series of random events but a predetermined process, making each of our actions a part of a larger plan. This not only forces us to reconsider our perception of freedom but also raises questions about the meaning of life if everything is already known in advance. Exploring the future, while potentially bringing immense benefits, also carries profound and difficult challenges. Seeing the future may help us make better decisions in the present, but it could also diminish free will and the essence of life itself. If the future becomes predictable, can we still live with the same curiosity and excitement for the unknown? Will life become a series of prearranged events, leaving no room for surprises and creativity? These questions are not just theoretical challenges but real issues humanity might face if time travel becomes a part of reality. If time travel shifts from a science fiction concept to a real possibility, society will undergo profound transformations, not only in how people live but also in how power structures, relationships, and social values are defined. While time travel could open up immense opportunities, It would also introduce complex challenges and dilemmas that society has never faced before. If time travel becomes a common ability, society will experience significant disruptions in its existing structure. One of the biggest questions is, who will control this technology? Who will have the authority to alter the past and influence the future? In a world where time can be manipulated, power imbalances will become more extreme than ever. Powerful organizations, wealthy individuals, or dominant nations could exploit time travel to alter historical events, securing advantages for themselves. For example, a country could go back in time to prevent a war, shifting global political and economic landscapes. A major corporation might use this technology to influence business decisions, manipulate stock values, or gain an unfair competitive edge. This could lead to a severe imbalance of power. Nations and powerful groups might compete for control over this technology, sparking a global race to monopolize time travel. Armed conflicts may arise, not just over resources or territory but over control of a technology capable of reshaping reality itself. If everyone has the ability to alter the past and the future, can society maintain stability, or will it spiral into an ongoing power crisis? Another consequence of time travel becoming a reality is the emergence of a new social class, the time travelers. These individuals would have the power to intervene in the past and future, altering the course of history and shaping society's development. In such a world, the divide between those who wield this power and those who can only live in the present would become stark, potentially leading to deep social stratification. Time travelers could become figures of extraordinary influence, possessing the ability to change everything from critical historical events to strategic decisions. For them, the present might feel temporary and insignificant since they could always return to the past to make adjustments or travel to the future to secure favorable outcomes. This would create an unprecedented level of inequality, where one group has control over time itself, while the rest of society is bound to an unchangeable reality. With the emergence of such a special class, society may have to face debates over ownership, freedom, and ethics. Should the ability to travel through time be considered a fundamental right? Or is it a privilege reserved for a select few? Should time travelers be held accountable for the changes they make? And can they be stopped if those changes cause harm to society or others? If a person can travel into the past and alter history, can we still define what is known as historical truth? Interfering with the past could lead to endless conflicts and debates about who has the right to decide and change the significant events in human history. Beyond issues of power, one of the greatest challenges society will face is determining ethical standards when time travel becomes a practical reality. Should individuals be allowed to alter the past for their own benefit or for the advantage of a particular group? Do organizations and nations have the right to intervene in the past and future to ensure collective interests? Or would that be an infringement on the freedom of individuals and communities? Time travel is not just a technology, it is a profound ethical issue. The changes made by time travelers could lead to unforeseen consequences. In reality, if everyone could modify the past to serve their own interests, would fundamental values such as justice, equality, and freedom still hold? As time travel becomes a reality, society will face extensive and complex changes. Controlling this technology will lead to a new division of power, creating a clear distinction between those who can manipulate the past and future and those who can do nothing but live in the present. This could result in a global imbalance of power, armed conflicts, and deep social tensions. Furthermore, ethical dilemmas, responsibility, and ownership rights will be questions that society must address if time travel becomes a reality. At that point, society will not only be confronted with technological questions but also fundamental questions about humanity, power, and the values that define human existence. If time travel becomes a practical reality, it will not only open up infinite possibilities for exploration but also pose significant dangers, particularly concerning the universe and the fabric of time as we know it. While the ability to alter the past or foresee the future may offer tremendous benefits, it also carries risks beyond our imagination. One of the most severe dangers is the potential creation of time rifts, uncontrollable anomalies that could lead to cosmic catastrophes and disruptions throughout the universe. Time travel is not merely about moving through different points in time. It can also impact the fundamental structure of the universe. Time, as we understand it, is not something that can be altered arbitrarily without profound consequences. If humans gain the ability to traverse different points in the past or future, it could trigger unpredictable disturbances in the fabric of spacetime. These disturbances could give rise to time rifts, unstable points in the flow of time that might cause the emergence of bizarre and dangerous phenomena. When time is altered, these rifts could create unpredictable disruptions. Much like encountering a violent wave in a flowing river, even small changes in the past could lead to unforeseen consequences in the future, creating a chain reaction that spirals out of control. These rifts might result in the disappearance or transformation of entities, objects, and even entire planets or solar systems. Everything, from historical events to natural phenomena, could be distorted or shattered, completely overturning the reality as we know it. The creation of time rifts could lead to natural disasters that we cannot anticipate. One of the most severe risks is the uncontrolled alteration of spacetime structures, which could generate cosmic storms, disrupt planetary orbits, or even cause celestial bodies to vanish. Theories about time rifts do not just pertain to natural phenomena within the universe. They also open up the possibility of parallel worlds, alternate realities that we are entirely unaware of. Once these time rifts are created, planets or star systems may be disrupted, altering their orbits or even causing them to vanish from the universe. This would have unforeseeable consequences for all planets in the cosmos, not just Earth. If the rift is large enough, it could even affect parallel universes, leading to an overlap between alternate realities and changing everything we know about the universe. Any alteration in the past, no matter how small, could create uncontrollable consequences for the reality we live in. When time rifts emerge, they may cause fundamental changes in the nature of reality itself, making everything around us unstable and unpredictable. Historical events could disappear, living beings might cease to exist, or even parallel worlds could interact and drastically influence one another. Time travel has the potential to break the barriers of time and space, creating chaos in the natural flow of the universe. Time travelers might inadvertently create these rifts, leading to a reconstruction of the past or future, disrupting the natural progression of the cosmos. As a result, disorder could spread, creating situations beyond even the understanding of scientists, turning the universe and everything within it into an uncontrollable, ever-shifting state. One of the most discussed theories regarding time rifts is the existence of parallel worlds. If time travel breaks the barriers of spacetime, it might create openings between parallel universes. These openings could lead to unexpected interactions between different realities, with unpredictable consequences. As parallel worlds start to merge, entities, events, or matter could transfer between them, causing major disturbances not only in our universe but in others as well. If interference with the past or future creates such rifts, parallel universes could be altered. Beings or events that exist in those alternate realities might start appearing in our own, leading to unimaginable disruptions. This could result in an overlap between different realities, making our existence fundamentally different from what we once knew. While time travel presents fascinating opportunities and limitless possibilities for exploration, it also carries immense risks. The creation of time rifts could trigger major disturbances in space and time, leading to cosmic disasters or unpredictable universal events. These rifts not only alter history and the future but may also cause interactions between parallel worlds, ultimately destabilizing reality itself. Therefore, while the ability to travel through time is a promising concept, its risks and dangers will always pose a significant threat to the entire universe. If time travel becomes a real possibility, ethical and moral questions will become crucial, not only for individuals who possess the ability to manipulate time but also for society as a whole. The power to alter the past and future offers great opportunities but also introduces complex ethical dilemmas and risks that humanity has never faced before. This is not just a theoretical debate but a practical concern that could redefine our understanding of power, responsibility, and the relationship between individuals and society. One of the most significant ethical questions regarding time travel is whether humans have the right to alter the past and future. If the ability to intervene in the flow of time becomes possible, can we wield that power responsibly? Or will it be exploited for personal or political gain? Modifying past events, especially key historical moments, could benefit some while harming others. For instance, if someone were able to travel back in time and change a major event, such as preventing a war or saving an important figure, would that be considered an act for the greater good of humanity? Or merely for the benefit of a few? Who would determine what constitutes the greater good in such scenarios? If the power to alter time falls into the hands of a single person or organization, they may use it to serve their own interests rather than the well-being of all. Furthermore, when a small action in the past can lead to significant changes in the future, can we truly control the consequences of our actions? Interfering with time may result in unforeseeable effects. A minor change can lead to entirely different outcomes, making it impossible to predict what will happen next. This raises an ethical question about decision-making. Can we take responsibility for the unpredictable consequences of our actions? When we gain the ability to alter time, the responsibility for those changes becomes a crucial issue. Every action of a time traveler can profoundly impact the course of history and the future. And the consequences of these actions may not be limited to an individual or a small group but could affect entire societies and even all of humanity. Can people truly take responsibility for the changes they create? If an action alters the past and leads to irreversible consequences, can the person who caused it bear the burden of that responsibility? Imagine if someone traveled back in time to save a life, but that action triggered a chain of events that changed history for the worse. These changes might be irreversible, and the traveler would have to face the consequences of their decisions. Changing the past does not always bring positive results. In some cases, saving a person or preventing an event might lead to unforeseen consequences, forcing the time traveler to bear responsibility not only for the good they intended but also for the unintended negative effects of their actions. Moreover, responsibility for time extends beyond actions that may cause immediate harm. A major question is whether we can fully understand the long-term effects of altering the past on the future. A small change in the past could lead to widespread transformations in the future. Can we be held accountable for a future that we cannot fully control? Time travel is not just a tool for altering the past or seeing the future. It is also a matter of power. Having the ability to manipulate time means having the power to reshape history and the future. But this power is not unlimited, nor is it always used for the greater good. Those who possess the ability to travel through time could abuse it to make changes as they see fit, serving their own interests or the interests of a select group. The relationship between power and ethics in time travel raises debates about decision-making authority. If we have the power to change the past, can we remain fair and ethical in our decisions? Who gets to decide which changes are right and which are wrong? This question is difficult to answer because each decision to alter time may have different and sometimes unpredictable consequences. Time travel, while offering incredible possibilities, also presents profound ethical and moral dilemmas. Do we have the right to change the past and the future? And if we do, can we take responsibility for the changes we bring about? Questions of power, responsibility, and morality will be inevitable when time travel becomes a reality. These concerns will not only affect those who have the ability to alter time but also all of humanity as we face a power that could rewrite history and the future of the world. Time travel, though a fascinating and intriguing concept, brings with it complex questions about freedom, power, and responsibility. Perhaps the most intriguing aspect of time travel is the unforeseeable impact it could have on individuals and society. However, are we wise enough to use this ability rationally and ethically? Or will we be haunted by the very changes we create? These are questions worth contemplating. For if time travel becomes possible, it will not merely be an adventure but a profound challenge to our humanity.